Hello there. I am just gonna message Ashley. I haven't used the Facebook live join feature here, so we will see what happens. There we go. Send invite. That happened quickly. Okay, she says she's here. There she's joining. Oh, there we go.
Hi.
We're one above the other on this one. The other one is beside.
It. Isn't that fun?
It is fun. It is cool.
Beautiful. I just got to the park. It looks like it's going to rain.
Oh, okay. Well, you got to stay in your car and sit out on a rock or something.
It's intense. I'm going to stay in my car, but I think that's better because if I was walking, it's windy. My hair would be like flying in my face.
Oh, well, it's all the natural beauty, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like your hat.
All right. Is anybody live with us? We probably got to wait for a little bit.
It's not a big deal, and they'll have the replay. So, and you've got limited time. I know you got some other stuff going on. So, let's just wade right into it. And so I want to introduce Ashley Morgan. I've followed Ashley for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years at least, and I love her energy. And she's always got some beautiful commentary on what's going on in the world. And she's got great intuitive gifts and gives us some guidance on what's going on. So maybe you want to tell us a little more.
Yeah, so I'm super excited to be here. So welcome everyone to the live chat. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, I'm sitting out here at the park. I love being in nature. I usually walk in ground, but it's going to rain and it's very windy. So I'm going to chill in the car for now. But yeah, I've been a spiritual guide and a teacher for about like 7 or 8 years now. And I have my own spiritual website where I offer past life readings and I do money, career, finances. So I get people to focus on, you know, rising into their higher power, being in their most true potential. And the times that we're in right now, it's really just a being real. It's about being your most true, authentic self and just vibrating and emanating love everywhere you go. I've realized in my life, I'm only 40, but I've realized in my life that no matter where you go, you just shine your beautiful light for everyone to see. Whether they accept that or not, that's on them. You still got to be you, no matter what.
Absolutely. And
So
we can't
I
please
believe
anyone.
in
We
being
can't make
authentic.
everybody happy. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, and Paul's amazing. I've known him for a while on Facebook. I've watched your live videos. I love the spiritual topics. What you have to say, I truly believe it comes from your heart and your spirit. It's coming from God's source, and that's the kind of people we need to see on live videos on Facebook. That's the kind of people we need to tune into, and you'll feel a deeper connection to humanity because we all have something to share. We all have some knowledge and wisdom to give to the world. There's always something you can offer. And all of us are unique and different. We all have our own perspective, but I've learned it's about learning from one another as humans. There's always something to learn. Yeah.
Absolutely. And especially now I'm feeling the call to co-create and to join up with people like Ashley, and I've been doing it quite a bit. And the more I share with other people and listen to their perspective, it becomes complete that the perspectives that we're all bringing, even though they have our own little colors to them, they're all the same. They're all about love. They're all about getting people
Absolutely.
to accept their part in their insanity and create from a new reality so we can all be different and rise up.
Yeah.
So,
And like I said, there's always something to learn. I got something to learn from you. I'm sure you have things you can learn from me. And it's all about just gaining that knowledge and wisdom and sharing that information with one another so we're more aware of what is going on planet Earth. We need awareness. Spiritual awareness is so important right now, to be aware of your surroundings, the people you surround yourself with. You know, are you in a toxic environment? Are you in a healthy environment? Do you have boundaries? What do those boundaries look like? All these things we got to ask and question. It's really important. I've had to ask myself this question my whole life because sometimes I've worked in negative environments in the past and I would feel so drained or depleted after work. And I was like, man, I'm really not happy. Like, I realized I'm an empath, I'm a medium, I'm a light worker, and I transmute other people's energy. but sometimes it can make you feel drained and depleted energetically. And you really got to put yourself in environments where people are high vibrational. When you're an empath, you need to be in environments where it's healing and it's safe and it feels secure. And it's funny, I don't know why I was thinking this today, like security is really important. Feeling safe with other people, feeling safe in your own skin, feeling safe in environments is so important, that we feel safe, because going back to our childhoods, we have felt very unsafe in our home environments. And even maybe even some people with their own parents or family or siblings, there's a feeling of not feeling safe, not feeling like you can speak your voice, not feeling like you can truly be yourself. And I feel like, I don't know, for me, I would never really want to go back as a kid. I enjoy being an adult, actually, because I feel like I'm more connected now with my inner child. And it's important that you love that inner child and you're not affected by your childhood. You have to heal it and transmute that energy. You know what I'm saying?
And we're
So,
really retraining our nervous system, is what you said. The safety, a
yeah,
lot of times it didn't come from our parents. If you're a light worker, if you're somebody that's came for a very intense experience, you probably didn't get a really safe mother that soothed you and made you happy and gave you a free nervous system a hit or whatever.
yeah,
You had to earn that as an adult. And now your
yeah.
inner child is loving you. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you 100%. And yeah, even when we are adults and we get into relationships, a lot of people say, why would God do this to me? Why would they put me in a toxic, abusive relationship? A lot of people blame God, but what they don't understand is this is because you need to heal your trauma. God is getting you to understand you need to heal yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to work on your relationship with self and God's source, and you got to transcend, and you got to grow, and you got to evolve, and you will attract a healthier, more aligned partner. But if you're feeling like, if you're unhealed or you haven't focused on healing your trauma, your childhood wounds, you attract people that emanate the same type of wounding as you do. It's usually a same type of wounding. That happened to me in a past
To heal
relationship.
through. Yep.
Yeah,
Keep
he
going.
had abandonment wounds. I had abandonment wounds. And actually, I didn't know this. I was with him for years. And his father divorced his mother, left him as a child. I didn't have a father growing up. I only had a single mother that raised me. And I felt very emotionally neglected and abandoned as a child. And I felt like I had to grow up fast. And I was the youngest too. So
Mhm.
I think it's good to understand we all have childhood trauma. We all have divine or masculine wounds and feminine wounds that we have to heal within ourselves. Once you heal that and you're in alignment, this is when you find the right partner that will come into your life, because you just automatically attract it to you. But for a while,
Mhm.
we got to go through some pain. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot we have to learn. We have to evolve spiritually. And God is doing this for our highest good. Everything is always for your highest good. It's never because he wants that to happen to you, but we choose the people we end up with. We choose our experiences.
And a lot of them are soul contracts. We actually brought them in before we even came here to design an experience to clean our karma, to clean up the trauma, and
Yes.
basically to find true love, to magic. But we just have to do the work.
Exactly. Absolutely. Yeah. We just got to do the inner work. It's about inner work. And I think we're taught from childhood to look outside of ourselves, to look outside in the external, to feel accepted by other people. And the thing is, it has nothing to do with the external. We have to start with the internal world within us first, and then it'll come out in the external. Everything is internal first, and then it comes externally out. Same thing with manifestations. If you're trying to manifest money, you're trying to manifest true love, love yourself, work on yourself, heal yourself, do the work you need to do. And then externally, look at the light just shined on me when I was saying this. So
Congratulations.
externally, it all just comes out of you. And I think it's a beautiful thing when you learn these things, because you don't have to sit in suffering and pain. If you went through something, realize, okay, I see God, I see what I had to learn from that experience. Now I know better for next time, and now I can create my own reality, and I can attract someone that is whatever, grounded, more stable, more committed to me. Whatever the issue was in your previous relationship, you use those karmic lessons in your next cycle, because it's just your soul's evolutionary journey has to continue to learn and grow and evolve. And this is our whole lives. People are like, when am I done learning? You're never done learning. This is your whole life. You got to learn more and more. But it does get better because we become empowered as a human being. And when you feel like you're in your power and you take back all those pieces that were fragmented from your soul, you become more aligned with God. You become aligned within your higher self, and you start making better choices in your life and better decisions as far as attracting partners, relationships, jobs. You just come into alignment with who you are. And it's funny, but I feel like that is what's happening now.
It is. And is that not the journey of self-mastery? We're making choices for ourselves to make a better life, and every day we're having to advance that, clean up stuff, make changes.
Yes, absolutely. We're here to make changes. Yeah. And people think, well, I'm only human. What can I do? You have God inside of you. There, you can do anything you want. It's up to you. We become a master of our own reality. You can say, you know what? Today I want to help the homeless. Today I want to start a charity. Today I want to, it's all up to you. I feel like it's mind over matter. If you have a very powerful mind and you stay positive and uplifted and your goal is to help people, God and your angels are going to help you along the way.
And literally your experiences are a vibrational match to whatever you believe, you think, your story program. So if you think you're not in a relationship and things aren't working out and stuff like that, the very thought of thinking it projects it into our reality, and
Yeah.
we're hurting ourselves.
Yeah. Our reality is a projection of our thoughts.
Absolutely.
Everybody, you know,
I
people
don't know
are like,
on
oh,
your
I've gone through this, I've had so many friends, I've gone through this, you know, I was raised in the hood. I was raised in the hood too. I'm a white girl and I was raised in the hood too. My life was not easy. I grew up poor. Everybody in my family had poverty consciousness, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, I don't want to be like that. I would like to be happy and have money and work for myself. And now I just turned 40 and I have my own spiritual website. I'm working for myself. I totally went on my own way because the regular way that my family went into, other people I knew, that was like the corporate world, it's not for me. It wasn't for me. The thing is, when you're a light worker, you're a healer, you're a guide, you're a spiritual teacher, a medium, you do any kind of healing or psychic work, you don't belong in a regular job. You are a chosen one of God. You need to be doing your own thing. And I feel like this year, a lot of people will understand at a deeper core level who they are, their own sense of self-identity and worth. And when you know your self-worth and you know yourself, that is when you rise into your power and you start taking action towards your goals, what you want to accomplish, having your own business. You know what I'm saying? And I feel very passionate. I'm telling you, dude, I feel very passionate about it because I worked in corporate sales and marketing and all that for like 14 years. And I hated the people I worked with. They were very narcissistic, materialistic, gossiping. And I was like, God, this is so immature. Like, I just want to help people. I just want to make my money and go home. And they made it so difficult on me. And then when I started working as a psychic and I became a spiritual guide and started helping mentor people, I could create my own schedule. I was making as much money as I wanted to make. I felt joyful and happy to wake up every day in my life. And I think the most important thing, you have to find in your life what drives you, what makes you feel passionate about living and waking up every day. It's so important.
It is. It's because the whole journey is for you, and we need to understand that our reality, everybody's reality is different. There's a thing called the collective reality or the matrix or whatever that's joined us all into a common think and understanding of the world.
Yeah.
But we can talk about the exact same topic, and if we had a different upbringing, bringing our beliefs about that thing can be completely different. So my reality may say the sky is green, but other people will say it's blue because my mother said that color is green.
It's been
And
conditioned, right?
absolutely.
Yeah. I even
So
catch myself now. I mean, I'm not perfect. Even now, I'll catch myself saying the same things that like my mom used to say or my brother. Like, it's like in your subconscious and you're like, damn, that sounds really negative. What am I saying right now? Like, and I'll catch myself and I'm like, you know what? You got to change your wording because your words are your wand. Every time you speak, you make magic.
It's literally
Your
your words are
words,
spells.
they're
Yep.
spells. It's a manifestation you're putting out. So they need to be positive. They need to be, remember you were telling me when we talked on the phone yesterday, like, I will make money. I will do this. I can.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, okay, I might, you know what I mean? Like, we need to take certain words out of our vocabulary and speak positive words of affirmation and put it out there in the universe so it comes back to us.
Well, look at the energy of want versus will. Two completely different things. I'd really love it, but it's never shown up before, or whatever is want. But will
Yeah.
is it's coming. It's already here. I feel good about it. That's the little steps we can take each and every day. And basically it goes from being unconscious or running from our subconscious that is lack and poverty mindset or whatever, which you said
Yeah.
you grew up in, to a
Yeah.
new mindset of, okay, I already have it. It's just showing up right now, which is
Yeah.
very different from I don't have it, I'm in lack, I
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah. Exactly, right?
The
It's so
vibration is
true.
night and day. One so people will say, okay, well, you got to get the mindset and you got to sit in the positive and fake it until you make it. It's not so much fake it till you make it. It's feeling the energy and the positivity of the possibility of it happening. If I had all that money, let's say I had $10,000 right now, I'd go on a trip to Mexico. And oh, how fun would that be to go on a trip to Mexico and bathing and in
Hell
the
yeah, I would love
ocean
to
and
go on a trip to Mexico.
absolutely. We all do.
Yeah.
And it's cold in winter and it's not spring yet or whatever. So
Yeah.
let's draw that into our field. Make that happen. And then something beautiful will happen. You go to Mexico and you'll meet some beautiful people and you'll have some fun and you'll play and but
Yeah.
is it from play or is it I got to work harder to get money to go to Mexico? Then it feels like hell. It's like I'm tired. I don't
Yeah.
have enough hours in the week and I
It's all your
get charged.
mindset.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The vibration.
We got to start reprogramming our minds and thinking correctly, right? We got to start really reprogramming and saying, okay, what, like, for example, I could say to the collective, what they can do, maybe journal and write down, what do I want for myself this year? What do I want to manifest? What are the steps I can take? Even if it's little baby steps, it makes a difference in your life. So what steps can I take to manifest a new reality? What can I do? Like, if you want to start your own business, you need to start getting comfortable with speaking your truth, putting yourself out there, maybe doing live videos, you know what I'm saying? Starting a YouTube channel. There's billions of ways to start your own business and make money and to advertise yourself. You know what I'm saying? So instead of
Well,
making excuses or anything like that, or being like, thinking about the past and what's happened before,
yeah.
we need to be in the here and now in the present moment and take steps towards our future. And then you're going to start seeing amazing changes and you're going to be like, oh my God, why didn't I do this sooner? Usually it's fear or our own insecurities that hold us back.
Yes. And use opportunities like this to interview or be on live with someone or something
Yeah.
where you can get your word out and people can see you. I don't know if you know, but every once in a while your video freezes, but your voice is perfectly fine. So just giving you a heads up, but at least we can see you.
Yeah. Oh,
So
is I'm doing
it
some
might
weird
be,
stuff.
it's acting a little weird. It might be the fact you're on a cell phone. Maybe the cell network's a little
Yeah, it's
flaky or
okay.
whatever, but I hear every word and the energy is still positive. So
Yeah, it's like totally normal on my side, but I know you can't tell, right? It's probably because it's
yep.
windy out here. The weather has been insane. It's windy. It was raining the other day. We're going through an upheaval. There's been very stormy energy in Las Vegas where I live. It's been very crazy. But I mean, by March 14th, we can talk about this next if you want. We're entering eclipse season. So March is the most intense month of the year
Please do.
because it's
Yep.
starting out the astrological new year, but we have eclipse season, which the energy gets very intense. And I wrote about this in my podcast yesterday, okay? And I'll introduce that later. But look, in my podcast, I talk about the 3/3 portal that we just had on March 3rd. It's bringing intense change and transformation on every level possible. And we're in Pisces season. It's a very heightened energy, very sensitive. A lot of new psychic abilities are coming online for the collective. And I feel like we're gonna need to be very grounded and patient with ourselves at this time because you're gonna feel a lot of different feelings. I know I have.
So if that wasn't intense, the 3-3 and 3-6-9 portals we just went through, I can only hardly imagine what March 14th will be like. That was hard.
Yeah, it's been very intense. It's like February. I mean, I don't know. It's intense every month, I feel like.
It's
But really,
getting
like March is like pulling in the new year. So eclipse season, you know how it is. A lot of past lessons come back in case you need to relearn it. Or if you've already learned certain lessons, now new lessons are coming in to be learned this year. So, but it's going to be, I feel like it's going to be amazing because it's always amazing at the end of the day. It's just a lot that we feel on an emotional level because the veils are very thin right now. And the old earth that we knew is collapsing and falling away. The darkness is being removed.
And the old
And
us.
the light is shining in, and people are going, oh, shit, am I ready for this? Yep, you got to get ready. Now's the time. And I keep hearing Spirit say, now is the time. Now is the time. Step up in your true potential. Step up as a leader. Step up in your life. Whatever you're thinking of being, whatever you want to do, whatever dream you've held in your heart, now is the time to follow your heart and make it happen. I know I am this year. You guys are going to see me like doing all kinds of stuff. I'm telling you, I'll be doing more videos. Like I'm going to be like full force, you know? So it's exciting to me. I don't know, dude. I've had a lot of changes recently. I just recently moved. I went through a purge. I was crying. A lot was happening. I was doing a lot of healing and transmuting. I lost a relationship. I lost a place. I moved to a new place. There was a lot of changes. This is like within a month. And I don't know. I just keep going. Like, nothing. I feel like I'm not going to allow anything to stop me. I won't let
That's resilience
anything
right there.
stop me. And I feel like that's a good message to tell people in this video is whatever darkness you're dealing with, it's temporary. There's something that God wants you to learn. And once you learn and you go through it and you feel that pain and you cry it out and you purge that shit out of you, you're going to feel amazing afterwards. And you can start changing your life every day. You just wake up and say, you know what? I don't want to live like this anymore. I don't want to feel sad anymore. I don't want to be angry. Let me just release this and let it go and keep moving forward with my life and live my best life. This year is about living our best life.
And people need to be aware that trauma is just trapped emotional energy, and emotion is supposed to be energy in motion. But when you trap it and you make it a big bubble and say, I got hurt, I'm wounded, and I'm a victim, and all this kind of stuff, you basically just push it down in your body into your lower chakras, and it hurts.
Andrea.
We've got some people joining. Beautiful.
One of my friends. Hi, love. How are you? I've done readings with her. She's such a beautiful woman.
Awesome. Well, weirdly, on my end, it just says Ashley Morgan is watching several times in a row, so that must be your friends.
Yeah.
Cool.
You'll have yours coming on too, watch. It takes a moment. It's funny. Whenever I do live videos, I'll have like no one on and I'll talk for like half an hour. Then all of a sudden people, they feel the energy. They're like, oh, she's on. And then they'll join, you know? So that's great. Yeah, Paul. So I don't want to take over, love, but what else do you want to talk about? Like what have you been focused on your ascension journey?
Holy crap. Well, I'll state it this way to people, kind of like what you were saying, a whole bunch of stuff falling apart, but probably the last 5 years, it's like, well, 10 years since my divorce, which was the biggest start of my ascension journey. And then CV happened and my business got shut down. I lost the house that I was living in with my kids. I lost my favorite truck and all this kind of stuff. And it basically showed me that jobs, and if it didn't show me the first time, the company I was working with called Nortel went bankrupt and basically stole it out from under me. I rebuilt and built a big IT company, and COVID destroyed all that.
Wow,
so
that's
the universe
crazy.
was telling me those things were anchors and they were slowing me down, and they were same with my relationship. I basically, here's one to get a message from your guides that said, if you don't leave your marriage now, you'll probably die within the next 5 months from a heart attack.
Oh my gosh, that's intense. Holy moly.
Well, I was giving love and all this kind of stuff, and to lose half your stuff and have to go away from your house and all your stability and all this kind of stuff. It was a beautiful awakening for my ex-wife as well as me, and she got a business and she has a house and she's looked after the kids while I was in my turmoil. All perfect. But sometimes that's the very thing, a breakup. A lot of people are seeing breakups right now. A lot of people are having to leave relationships. You've said that.
Yeah.
So understand that this isn't you failing. This may be you growing out of what
Old
isn't no
cycles.
longer any serving you. Old cycles,
Yeah.
exactly.
Whenever you feel like, and I'm just putting it out there, whenever you feel like you're not happy with your job or your marriage or your relationship, or just things are going down, whatever's happening, it could be anything. You're stuck, you're stagnant, you're unhappy, things aren't changing, whatever's going on. When there's no growth and you're stagnant for so long, God is going to take you out of that, dude. And whether you want it or not, it just happens. There's like a tower. It's called a tower moment, right? I do tarot, and it's like the tower, the big tower moment is that Aries Scorpio energy where, okay, time to restart your life. Everything's going to fall apart now. And you're like, oh my God, why is this happening to me? But you know what?
It
It's always a blessing in disguise because it takes you to a better place in your life. It upgrades
every
your life. Your life,
time.
it means, oh shit, I got to upgrade my life. My relationship ain't working, or my job ain't working. Or it could be you're drained, you're depleted. It's taking all your life force energy. And God is like, okay, no more of that. We need to change your life completely.
Or
I think
are you gonna
this is
could die of
happening
a
to
heart
people right
attack?
now.
Keep
I'm
going.
telling you, like, watch. I have
Yeah,
a feeling, Paul, they're going to be commenting on this live video when we're done,
yeah.
and they're going to be like, oh my God, I totally relate. Because when I do readings with clients, this is happening right now. It's been happening last year too. Divorces, endings of jobs, endings of home situations, family. People are understanding that certain relationships they've been in, or family members, whatever it is, right? A job, it's not been in alignment. It's been completely toxic, and they've been unhappy their whole lives. And they're like, dude, I can't live this way. Or there's a tower moment and a dramatic change, and they have to change their life now.
And if
You know
we
what I mean?
don't make the change, sometimes when it's happening, it may feel like a kick in the junk or whatever. uh
Yeah.
Own it. But if you don't and you resist, guess what? You're gonna get sick. You're gonna start
Yeah.
having other things show up in your life that make it very no other choice than to
Yeah.
do it. So lean into it, and if you need support, come see somebody like us, because we've been through it. The person that's going to be able to help you and reflect for you and say, oh, you got to make
Yeah.
a change in this or whatever, is somebody that's already been there. And we're just a little bit ahead of the curve because we're leading the charge as light workers or whatever. It doesn't mean
Yeah.
we're better. It just means
Yeah,
we've done
everybody's
it
on their own
already.
awakening, and everybody's at their own stage, and it doesn't mean that anyone is better than anybody else or more superior. No, it's what it's about is that we're trying to come together as human beings, and we're equal to one another. And it's we're not always high vibe. I know I'm not. You're not always high vibrational all the time. I have
No.
days where I'm like, man, fuck the world. Like I'm mad, and I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, I don't care. I'm Irish and German, so I just kind of like say what I want to say. But it's me. It's I want to be real and authentic, because yeah, people that are highly spiritual and leaders like us or anyone else, you're not always high vibe. You have your days just like everyone else where you're angry, sad, purging. You're like, fuck the world. I don't want to be in this anymore. I feel like that all fucking every day. So, I mean,
Sometimes we're more than everybody
yeah,
else. It's crazy because you checked off
we
all
have
the
intense
boxes.
emotions, right? And it gets
Absolutely.
heavy, and you're just like, dude, I need to release this, purge it out of me, let go. Whatever you're holding on to, I can say to the collective, whatever you're holding on to, release it, transmute that energy, transmute it, focus on your happiness. And also, I keep hearing spirit say, we need to be at peace within ourselves. We need to have inner peace and mental peace. Peace of mind is the most important thing. If you're at peace within yourself, there's a lot more that you'll be able to do.
Well,
But
and
you
another
do
word for
that,
that
you
is
can do that when you
presence.
heal. You know what I'm saying? You got to heal
Absolutely.
and do the shadow work and really transmute that energy of the past. And you
Hmm.
can feel inner peace. Everyone deserves to have inner peace and happiness,
Hmm.
but we got to
So
get ourselves there.
tools for that is go walk in nature, have a shower, have a salt bath, take some cell
Yes.
salts. It's these little white tablets you put under your tongue. Drink
Oh, I
lots of
should try
water.
that.
Oh, they're
I should try
amazing.
that.
Well, I'll grab a bottle. I'll show you. It's Schlusser cell salts or whatever,
Oh,
number 12.
cool.
There's
Okay.
12 essential minerals. You put it under your tongue like an angina pill. Those minerals go straight into your bloodstream, and you cannot conduct electricity and water unless it's got minerals in it. So if
Wow.
you if you have water where there's reverse osmosis and all this kind of stuff, you're not getting the minerals you need.
Yeah.
It's actually harming your body.
Oh, I didn't even know that. That's crazy. I'll have to try that. Yeah, I always go to the park and ground and walk in the grass. People look at me like, what is she doing? So funny.
Yeah.
People look at you
But
like you're crazy. I don't care. I take off my socks. I walk in the grass. I've been doing it for years. I've had people
beautiful.
walk by me and they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm grounding. They're like, what's
Yep.
grounding? I'm like, girl, you should know what grounding is. Grounding's been around forever.
Yeah. Yep. There's
Oh,
what I'm
there
talking
it
about.
is.
Schlusser tissue salts. Combo number
Wow,
12
I'm gonna have
has
to buy
12 different.
that.
It's a little tablet you put underneath your tongue.
Yeah,
Uh, it will help you a lot because we're having to move energy where all our emotion, all the stuck energies are in
yeah.
our body, stuck in our field. So that's why I teach people breath work, because if you got stuff stuck in your body and you don't even know where it is, I'll get you to breathe like a mother trucker on the floor for an hour and a half going.
Right? Yeah, doing yoga helps, breathing, working out at the gym, physical body, like physical exercise where you're moving your body, you're dancing.
Yeah.
All of these are forms of releasing energy. So, yeah, for the collective, I can say to you guys, if you're needing something to release energy out of your body, there some of the things that Paul said, absolutely, that works great. Grounding, dancing, singing, writing, journaling, shadow work. I work out at the gym. I like working out and grounding. Those are like my two things. And then like maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks, I'll take like a salt bath and clear my energy. Even saging your environment, all of these things, anything where you can clear the energy and just be in your own energy is going to help you.
Yep. Light a candle. Uh, you want to talk some really wild ones, because I teach about sacred sexuality. Orgasmicness will put you in a meditative state and clear your mind. You don't have to worry about learning to meditate. Every person has access to this in their own body.
Yeah.
It's for their own. They don't have to have a partner. I'm talking just for yourself. Have
Yeah.
crank one out. It sounds kind of bad, but
Crank
it's
one
actually
out.
been proven in science. Wilhelm Reich, who is a guy that studied this stuff, actually proved that people that had incomplete and not very often sexuality were 100 times more likely to be in jail or in a psychological institute.
Oh, wow.
He actually proved it. So our sexuality is an important part of it, and
Yeah.
it's
Your
been
sexuality
suppressed
is
for a
your
very
power, so
reason.
you don't want to give your power away. You want to release it in a sacred way where it's supposed to be released in a spiritual way, but not where nowadays how, people are like with different partners or sleeping around. People don't understand that is a really big deal. I've had clients that have told me like, "Oh, I'm just being real. You know how real I am, Paul. I'm telling you, you'll get to know me more." But I had a client tell me that she's sleeping with like 3 guys at the same time, and I'm like, "Girl, do you know how bad that is? Because you're sleeping with his partners that he's sleeping with too. Like you're taking on all this different energy. You don't know where it's coming from, and all of their demons, their negative entities, you're taking all that in. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? You have
I've
to be
learned
careful who you sleep with. It's spiritual, it's sacred,
we literally, when we have spirituality or sex with another person, we're joining our energy for a short period of time.
Yeah.
But what you're talking about is actually sovereignty issues, because people don't know that
Yeah.
when I'm complete a sexual experience with a partner that I love, I release you. Guess what?
Right.
All of a sudden, those entities and all the hooks and all the stuff that was
Yeah.
going on stops. But we don't have that energy uh,
Yeah.
cleaning beforehand. You have to release them. You have to exit their energy, and that takes a conscious. It might scare somebody, say, "I release you," but I've
Yeah.
done it with girlfriends before, and it's like, that feels very strange. I said, "Does it feel good?" And it's like, "Yes, I've
Yeah.
never felt like this before," or whatever, because
Yeah.
we've let the energy go and we bonded. Like at the higher levels of sacred sexuality with Temple of Isis and stuff, you actually join and merge your energy with God. That's what the Holy Trinity is. The two partners come
Exactly.
together and you join
It
with
needs to
God.
be merged in a sacred way. You know what I'm saying? Like what you're doing.
Mhm.
Oh, somebody's
Somebody's stealing
car
somebody's
alarm thing
car.
was going. Anyways, yeah, your sacred energy has to be merged. Obviously, it has to be done a correct way. What you're talking about is a healing. It's healing. It's a healing technique. But I'm saying general in the collective, there's a lot of women out there and men. It's just human beings in general. They're merging their energy with so many different people and they're sleeping with multiple partners and they don't realize this is really, really unhealthy what you're doing. And it's hard to get rid of these energies. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're sleeping with multiple people and they're sleep, you know what I mean? It carries on. You take on all those different negative energies, parasites, entities, And that's why a lot of people are tripping out. They got all this trauma. They're angry. Their emotions are all fucked up. Yeah, look at all the energy you're taking on. It's not just your energy. It's all these other people you're messing with. And we need to learn to be more sacred, sovereign beings and really respect our temple and our body.
Well, it
And not be
comes
putting
down to
our
the
energy all
vibration
over
that
the
we're,
place.
well, exactly. It comes down to the vibration that we're carrying. If we're from
Yeah.
lack and I just got to knock one out or whatever, that's a low vibration. So these entities will come and they'll feed off your energy
Yes.
and they'll actually deplete you. And both
Yeah.
you and your partner may have slept with somebody that is being depleted. But if you have energy sovereignty,
Yeah.
less and less of that can happen. And if you're coming from a positive place, you're going to attract a partner that's going to be sacredly sexual with you and connected with you and not
Yeah,
just one
absolutely.
out of the park. It's very different.
Exactly. Yep. It's all about, and I feel like this year I've read a lot about it too. And the divine masculine, as they're rising in their power, and the divine feminine rising, they're going to attract one another. These are sacred, chosen ones of God that are meant to be in alignment with one another. I believe there's someone for everybody. It's just my own opinion. A lot of people are like, I don't think I have a twin flame. Not everybody ends up with their twin flame. Some people end up with a soulmate. Some people may end up with a karmic soulmate. There's many different titles and labels. None of it matters. It's really about being in alignment with yourself, being in alignment with God through yourself. Okay. And then once you heal and you feel worthy, you feel loved, you feel good on your own, independent and sovereign, this is when you're going to attract the right divine masculine in your life or the right divine feminine to you, somebody that's also in alignment with who you are. This is what is going to be happening this year as we come into alignment with us. But right now, in the beginning of the year, we have to come into alignment with ourselves first. We went through a lot of damage, right? Divorces, job loss, fucking losing a home, whatever was going on. A lot of people I know moved out of state, relocated, moved to another country, want to start their life over. So whatever anyone is going through that's watching this video, like you went through this recently in the past or now, could be going through it now, just understand, you're making these changes for a reason. This is about coming into soul alignment with yourself and God's source, co-creating with spirit, really focusing just on you. Also, I was going to say, Venus is in retrograde in Aries right now. I want to talk about this so bad because my Venus is in Aries in my chart. I have a lot of Aries. That's why I'm very direct. I have a lot of Aries and Scorpio in me. Aries is a beautiful sign, very powerful sign. One of my best friends, her name's Alexis. She's an Aries. Girl is awesome. She's off the hook. Okay. She's an artist, a musician, beautiful person. Aries are very independent. They're very self-assertive. They're very ambitious. They represent the I am presence of God. Whoever's watching this video, if you're an Aries, you'll love this. Okay. They are very powerful. They're the first sign in the zodiac. That's for a reason. They're the ram also, right? So Venus retrograde in Aries is about loving yourself. It's about your I am presence. It's about coming into connection with you and God and forming that divine sacred connection, loving yourself completely, coming into alignment with you. And then you find your right partner that you're meant to be with. That's going to happen later. Right now, this is about us. This is about taking our power back, being in your sovereignty, being in your truth. And for my divine feminines out there that have gone through trauma, abusive relationships, maybe you were, whatever, this is your time to rise into your power. Even masculines, this is your time. This is your time. But feminines, I'm going to be real, divine feminines, we have gone through hell from masculines. Distorted masculine energy, hell and back, emotional manipulation, cheating, lying, deception. It made us feel like we weren't good enough. It made us feel like we were an option. It made us doubt our self-worth, our value. And a lot of women I've talked to, they were giving their all to the masculine and they were just taking. So divine feminines, this is your time to rise into your power and sovereignty and claim your throne. Because we are very powerful creators. We birth children. We're magical. And don't get me wrong, divine masculines, you guys are protectors of the divine feminine. And you're very powerful as well. You're like the rock, that stable, unmoving, unwavering rock.
Well, we're healing into that.
The divine feminine is the nurturer, the caregiver, the lover. She is meant to be the emotional rock for the man. She is meant to be, she's the giver, right? And she's also a receiver. and the man is meant to be the solid rock, the stable one that she feels safe with. A lot of divine feminines went through hell because they didn't feel safe with the masculine, but these weren't divine masculines. These were distorted or wounded masculines that were trying to
They're
take from the
actually
feminine.
feminines in masculine bodies,
Yeah,
because we were
yeah, yeah,
both sides were inverted. Yep.
yeah. And then you have feminines out there that they act like a man and they act all masculine and they're narcissist Jezebel spirit, you can call it, right? Many of them are. And they take from the man and they make the man feel like they're weak, like they're nothing. And they use them and abuse them, usually for their money or what they can get from them. And all these things that have been happening for so long, it's over.
But
It's over.
what you basically says happening to the women do to men in the inversion. It's like a mirror, and we're all distorted. So
Well,
I
yeah, because
hear
we
it.
all have masculine and feminine energy. So even if you're a man, I mean, I've met men that are more feminine in nature, like they're more their feminine energy. And then I've met men that are more their masculine. The ones I've met my whole life, to be honest, are very overly masculine. They're not feminine. They're very like controlling, dominating, possessive, like a lot of those qualities. And they're insecure inside. That's why they act like that. It's all an act. It's a facade. It's not even real. But the women, you know, in the beginning when you're with them, you don't know. You're just like, oh wow, they're really strong, or they're really this or that, and they're wearing a mask. And then later on, you discover they're not really that strong. They were just using my energy and my power to boost their ego. It was
Well, and their wounded
a boost of
child will
ego.
come out, and he'll project all over you, just like a wounded child can come out of a feminine. And
Yeah.
it's just a little boy with a bravado on the outside. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like these old timelines and these things that were happening, they're collapsing and falling away. And we're here to build heaven on earth. We're here to build a new reality. We're here to have more genuine, authentic relationships that are 5D, that are higher vibrational, that are in soul alignment with who we are. You know, no one deserves to be mistreated. No one deserves to be felt like they're not good enough. That's bullshit. All of that's an illusion, but we believe what people tell us. People are easily brainwashed. You know what I'm saying? So you have to reprogram your mind and that's what I'm saying about coming into soul alignment. When you know thyself and you come into alignment with yourself and God, no one can take you out of that energy. No one can make you feel differently about yourself because you know who the fuck you are. You're like, wait a second, that's not going to work with me anymore. Like, I know who I am. So this is about being strong in your sense of identity and also feeling empowered
Taking
in your
your
masculine
power back.
and feminine energy, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Because ultimately we've given our power away to our victimness, our perpetrator, of women, of men, of all these things that
Yeah.
we talk about, until you say, no, nobody's going to talk to me like that. I am standing up for myself today, right? We can do that.
Exactly. Yeah.
The black woman kind of
Oh, I
whatever.
do that already. I feel like I'm a black woman inside.
Beautiful.
I've had Egyptian past lives, so when I get crazy, it's like a whole different person.
Woohoo.
But you know what I'm saying? Like
Little
I have all that.
Sekhmet and
Who do you think you're talking to? What? No, I'm just kidding.
there you go.
No, but you know what?
Um,
It's a beautiful thing being human. You know what I'm saying? We got to enjoy this
mhm,
experience. It's temporary. And
mhm.
the lessons you learn, I feel like sometimes you just got to laugh at things too. Instead of overthinking or overanalyzing about what happened to you in the past and all that, just think, you know what? This happened for a reason that I may not understand. I said that to myself recently. There's something that happened, and I said, damn, I don't know why this happened, but this happened for a reason that I don't understand right now. And later, God will reveal it to me and I will understand. But right now, I'm going to stay in my power, keep helping people on their spiritual journey, doing my readings, grounding my energy, healing myself, focusing on me. And this will get me to where I need to go. You just got to stay focused. Stay very
Absolutely.
focused on what you want, what you're doing, you know?
And just think of yourself as a raw piece of coal, and you're being compressed into a diamond, and everything that's hard is going to come and polish an edge until you're that diamond ring for your beloved or whoever
Yeah.
it is, because that's really what's happening. We're being compressed, tested, and proven until we're going to be so solid. When our partner does come in, the magic is going to happen. You're going to hold space for them. You're going to be the divine
Yes.
beloved. um
Absolutely.
I've got, you use the term twin flame, and I've actually figured out somewhere that the highest form of soulmate is a twin flame, but they have come for a purpose. They're here to burn us in some spiritual way so
Yeah.
that we'll find ourselves. So it'll be the most demented thing. But I'm
Yeah.
seeing spirituality is teaching to go and seek your twin flame and get burned and over and over and over again. If that's not working out, it doesn't always mean it's a good thing. But a beloved is somebody that will eventually, a divine beloved is somebody that's our key partner we have a contract with, and we all
Yeah.
have one showing up.
Yep. I
So
agree
don't
entirely.
hurt
Yeah.
yourself over somebody because they're a twin flame or whatever, because I see a lot of people going off and getting
Yeah.
burned over and over and over again.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree. Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
not so much about the label. A lot of people don't end up with a twin flame. Sometimes you don't even know if it's a twin flame or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I've even ever met my twin flame, but I think you got to go through a lot of spiritual awakening. You got to keep ascending and working on yourself, loving you, keeping that
Every time.
connection to God's source. And whatever, if it's a twin flame, a soulmate, whatever it is, if
Mm-hmm.
you are in alignment, they're spiritual like you, they're grounded, they respect you. Respect is big, integrity is big to me.
Mm-hmm.
If they're respectful, they have integrity, they honor you as a divine feminine, you honor them as a divine masculine. That's all that matters. You're here to do great work together, you know what I mean?
And
So yeah, I'm
and
excited to find that. I hope that happens this year.
it's two magnets coming together. The feminine has a magnetic pull. We
Yeah.
can talk about lingams and yonis and all this kind of stuff, but they have poles. And when you really meet somebody, and it's you're either the butterflies we feel in our stomach, which is part of love, is either there's going to be some huge lesson between two of you
Yeah.
in interacting in love, or it can also be that alchemy starting to boil between the two partners, that
Yep.
something magical can happen. But it's up to you to find out, and then you'll discern that, okay, that was acceleration, it felt like fear, but this is something different. It's butterflies in my stomach. Maybe this is love. So now you can explore it and know for yourself for truth. It's the
Exactly.
journey.
Yeah. Yep. So
So
one step at a time, right? This is first about
absolutely.
coming into alignment with self, loving you first, knowing your self-worth and value, which takes time. It takes
Hmm.
time. People go, I've had clients go, I've been working on myself for years. I don't understand. Like, I've already healed. Like, where is he?
Hmm.
Where's who? What are you talking about? Where's my soulmate? Where's my twin flame? They're like all like frazzled. And I'm like, you got more work to do. If you're still asking that question, you got more work to do. You shouldn't even be asking that question. You don't need to have any concern. You give it to
Hmm.
God and you surrender and let go and you stay focused on working on yourself. You don't go looking for it.
Well,
It will
otherwise you're in
find you.
lack,
It
and
will
that very
find you.
vibration is keeping them away.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it will find you when it's meant for you. I feel like people just the collective, we need to have more faith in God and the universe, and what is meant for you will not pass you by. If it's truly meant for you, it will not pass you by. It will come back around. Sometimes you can miss opportunities if you're not awake or you're not seeing what's going on around you, but the opportunity will come back around if it's meant for you, and you'll find exactly who or what you're looking for. You know what I mean?
Well,
But you just got to keep working on yourself.
hmm and stay open. I always say this or something better, and that's usually what happens. That one will fall away. It was a false flame. It was a little flash in the pan to say I'm worthy, but even
Yeah.
better is coming. So then you trust it,
Yes.
because you didn't come here to get insulted and beaten down and abused and all this kind of stuff. You came here to have this divine alignment, and if you're not quite there yet, you have a little more work to do. So lean into it. Question. Set boundaries,
Yeah.
do that finger thing, etc., and it will come.
Yeah. Absolutely. I agree. I love it.
So
There's going to be some big changes in March, man, with eclipse season. There's going to be a lot going on. It's going to continue to be intense, but it will die down. Like I said, March is Pisces season. And then
mhm,
the end of March, we move into Aries season. But Aries season is full blown in April. That's
mhm,
going to be the time where people are going to be taking more action, taking the initiative, maybe starting new projects, new businesses, new jobs. A lot of it's happening in April. Some people it's happening right now. It just depends on where you're at. But March is Pisces season. So right now, if people are wondering, what do I do with this energy? That's a good question, right? If people
good
are like,
question.
what do I do with this energy? It's so intense and I'm feeling so much. Meditate. We need to meditate.
Yeah.
We need to sit in inner reflection. We need to connect with God, our angels, our ancestors, and also cry, purge, write, create, journal, sing, dance. You know what I'm saying? Like no one's
Even
watching.
sleep
We
if
need
you have to,
we
if
need to
you're
get it out.
exhausted.
I don't know. I do that at home. I'll put on some music I love and I'll start dancing. I'll get in the mood. I'll start singing, cooking. This is so good for you spiritually because you're moving the energy. Remember you said energy, emotion? Emotion. Allow it to move you. Allow it to speak through you. Allow yourself to sing, to write music, to dance, like whatever you love to do. And I've been getting that message from Spirit for a long time. Whatever creative abilities you have, whatever you feel passionate about life, use that to your advantage. Start using that. If you want to do something for a living where you're using that, do it. Just start doing it. You just got to be it. You got to be it and do it. You got to
And about
embody that energy.
emotion, you're talking about energy and motion. If you start feeling a strong emotion, I've been taught, feel it to its depth, like it's going to destroy you for 90 seconds. That's all you
Yeah.
need, is to fully express it. Scream, yell, punch the pillow,
Yeah.
whatever you have to do. But most people boil it down, or they close their throat off, or they hold
Mm-hmm.
back. Feel it, like,
Feel it. Yeah. Feel
and
it. Feel
then
all
for
every
90
emotion. Yeah.
seconds, and you'll know that you conquered it, because there'll be a void inside, and then fill it with
Yeah.
love. It'll
Yeah.
be, and that thing that has triggered you will never trigger you again. It's so
Exactly.
crucial to feel it. But if you only do it for 20 seconds or 30 seconds, or kind of like, oh, I can't be
Yeah.
loud in front of other people, you basically screwed yourself. Do not
Exactly.
feel it. It's
We
meant
got
to
to
be
allow
felt.
ourselves to just be in the moment and surrender, just let go of everything. You don't need to hold on to anything. It's not going to help you in any way. It just makes you more sad, more depressed. You start having more negative thoughts that enter your mind. You just got to let it go and let it be. Like that's transmuting. Feel it. Okay. I'm aware of what I'm feeling. I'm aware of the lesson I learned. Transmute it, release it, let it go. Next day, don't
And
think about that no more. Just move forward. The thing is, moving forward, people don't know how to move forward. I'm going to be real. A lot of people I talk to do not know. You got to learn one step at a time. You don't have to do everything at once. One
oh,
step in front of the other, one step at a
once
time. If you feel
you've let
guided
the
to do
energy,
more, then do more. You know what I'm saying? But
absolutely.
one baby step at a time is all you need to show yourself, to show spirit that you're taking action towards your dreams or what you want, or just whatever it is. Healing, it could be healing, it could be doing shadow work, it could be taking one step in front of the other to apply for a new job or start your own business, whatever it is. We just got to start being more action oriented, because I feel honestly most people, when they get stuck in their head, it's like what do I want to say? It's like I was
Well,
going to say handicap, not a
they,
handy. You know what I'm saying? It's like it makes them like stuck in their head and they overanalyze and they stay like a mental imprisonment that's
yeah,
hard to get out of, because they keep the same thoughts day after day after day after day. And
same
like you were saying,
vibration too.
you gotta hold it, or like release it for 90 seconds. Like you said, release all the emotions, cry, laugh, get angry, punch a pillow, whatever you gotta do. Once it's out of you, it's out of you.
You'll
And then don't go back
feel
to
empty.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a void, and then when you breathe back in, just make sure you breathe in love, because you want to fill that void with something that's not the next emotion or whatever. And what happens when you start doing things? So, for example, I have this huge feeling I'm going to be a public speaker. So yesterday I heard this thing, own your shit world tour. It just, my guidance came in. I'm walking to my car,
Own
and
your
it's like
shit.
that. So I published it. Well, basically the subtitle is The Power of Your Conscious Mind in Reshaping Your Reality,
Yeah.
basically. So I put it on my timeline. It's like, I'm going to take an action. Why did they tell me this? And it's kind of a cool title. But
It
I picked
is.
cards, and it's like the card says I'm going to be a speaker. And I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to be a speaker and travel the world. I don't have the slightest. So I'll put it on Facebook, and somebody's
Well,
going to find me and
you
see
are
me
a
and say, I want
Gemini.
that. Absolutely.
You
I can
are a
do
Gemini.
anything.
And you know what's funny? I could tell you this because I love astrology. Like I'm a lover of astrology. I study it. Geminis, you guys are ruled through communication. You're ruled by the planet Mercury, which rules over public speaking, marketing, speaking, anything, teacher, public speaker, marketer, advertising, video, social media. Gemini energy. Gemini rules over like transportation, technology, communication. Anything in communication
Yeah.
will be perfect for you when you're Gemini. See, in my chart, my midheaven is in Gemini, and your midheaven in your astrology chart is what career you'd be great at. Like it's your career field. Mine's in Gemini. And that makes so much sense because I love talking. I love helping people. I'm a spiritual teacher. I'm a guide. You know what I'm saying? So Gemini is it's a fun sign. They're very spontaneous, they're very fun, and they're very communicative, and they could be amazing teachers and public speakers. So yeah, that sounds right. That sounds about right. Like that would be the right thing for you, you know?
Right. And well, essentially, I was saying that's my first step. I have no idea. It terrifies me because I
Yeah.
have no problem talking in front of a lot of people, but how do I do it? How do I travel the world? Where do I get the money to do all this kind of stuff? But when it's right and when I'm aligned with it and the
Yeah.
universe is ready, it'll just bring somebody. I need a public speaker that can talk on this stuff.
Yeah.
They'll find me on Facebook, and next thing I'll know, I'll have a phone call and it'll be just like, holy crap, what the
Again,
hell just
and it's
happened?
just one step at a time. God will show you, like you said, he'll bring somebody into your life that will help you with all those details that you got to figure out, or it'll just magically come together. I don't know how it happens that way, but it's always like that. We sit there and go, oh man, I really want to do this, but how am I going to make this happen? I don't have the money for it, or I need somebody for this or that. It will just happen the way it's supposed to, because everything is in divine timing. It's not in our human timing, it's in God's divine timing. And he allows
Absolutely.
everything to come together perfectly the way it's supposed to, so that it's the right time and moment for you to make it happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's aligned with a whole bunch of other things that you have no control over, so sometimes you have to wait for it a little bit.
Yes.
It
Yes.
maybe that other person is awakening, or they are going to get into it, or they're going to get a whole bunch of money and now they want to serve humanity.
Mm-hmm.
So don't push it, because you may be racing to get to the end. I've done that my whole life. It's like I tried to start the speaker thing 10 years ago and it didn't work out and
Yeah.
all this kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Now it's finally like, I'm ready.
Yeah.
That's
And
simple.
sometimes it's not the right time, you know, like I've tried to make things happen in the past, and sometimes it wasn't the right time.
Absolutely.
And then later on, when things start coming together, you're like, oh, it's the time now. Okay, I get it, God. It's the right time now. Everything has to be together in a certain way, but God will allow things to come together perfectly, the way
Hmm.
it's supposed to, in the right timing. Everything really is timing.
It
It
is.
really is. Everything is divine timing. When you learn, you grow, you evolve. And like, say, for example, in the collective, if you're looking for love, okay, like you're looking for your soulmate or you're looking for someone special, don't look for it. Just love yourself, work on yourself spiritually, and God will just put somebody right in front of your face and be like, hey, how are you? Would you like to have coffee sometime? Or where are you from? Or, you know, like you'll just strike up a conversation with somebody, and then you realize, oh my God, this is like my soulmate. Like you'll just know it. You feel it within yourself. Things just happen very magically, but I feel like we need to allow things to happen naturally rather than trying to force it. Right?
I know exactly what you mean.
I try to force fucking everything in my life. I'm very controlling my personality sometimes. Well, my moon is in Capricorn. I can't fucking help it. So I'm like, you know, that goat, the Capricorn. So, like,
Mhm.
emotionally, I've had to really tell myself, okay, let me let go, because I'm trying to control way too much. And I need to just let go and surrender. And letting go and surrendering can be the hardest thing to do. We can say, oh, yeah, I'll do it. But did you do it?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got to really do it. You got to pray, let it go. Don't think about it. Don't worry about it. Let it go to God. And I feel like that's an issue for humans. It's really hard for us to let go control and just surrender. But we need to learn that, because if we can learn that, your life will be so much easier. Whenever I
Absolutely.
surrender and I just don't worry about anything, I swear to God, everything just right, it falls into place like
Falls into
directly
place.
the day after, like, and I'm like, oh wow, that's all I had to do. Like, wow, you
Absolutely.
know?
I had that happen about 3 weeks ago. I went to a bar and I I walked to sit at the table I normally sit at, and there's this server that's cleaning the table, and there's this light around her, and she looked up at me and she's like, who are you? And it ended up she served me, and but every time she served me, she was touching my leg, rubbing my leg or my arm or whatever.
Yeah,
And she says, I need help with awakening, but she's in the middle of this massive breakup. And every time next time I see her, she's like scared. And then next time I gave her a hug, and she just about
yeah,
fell apart in my arms. And now she won't come back again to my table, or she's not there at the time. So
Yeah,
the universe
it's
is
really
teasing me.
funny. It's really funny. I got a download right now from Spirit. I
Mhm.
just got this download for you.
Sure.
They told me for you, you're here. You're here to hold space for the divine feminine.
Oh, absolutely.
I just heard that. I'm not kidding. When you were talking about this, I heard he is here to hold space for the divine feminine. So you're a healer, and you've been a healer in other past lifetimes, is what I'm getting.
Many.
And when feminines are crying or they're going through something or they need healing, you're going to bring a lot of light and healing energy to them. So you're here to hold space for the divine feminine. That's a part of your mission here on planet Earth.
I I learned that the hardest way possible. I had a woman that saw me as her dad, and I held space for her rape trauma
See?
while she called me
Yeah.
all the names and stuff. There was literally fire coming out of her, and I had this bubble that surrounded both of us, and I didn't know what the hell was happening, and tears were
Yeah.
coming down my face, but I can hold
Yeah.
space like anybody.
Yeah, so
For
you're really connected to your feminine energy, and you're here to hold space for the divine feminine. And the divine feminines, I mean, yeah, we definitely need that. We need that. Because the ones that are divine feminine that are the chosen ones, which is not all of them, the ones that are chosen, do we need a lot of healing. We've gone through it. We've gone through it. And we need men, masculines out there that can hold space for the feminine, that can really honor our feminine energy, can listen to us, understand us. Just holding space is everything for someone. Sometimes people just need a talk to be healed. Sometimes they need a
witness.
simple touch of the hand, a hug, anything. It's all an energy exchange when you hug, when you love someone, when you man, I'm telling you, it's so simple, and it holds so much energy and magic, and that's all people need. Even a like, hi, how are you? Even just acknowledging someone is love. All of it is expression of love. And yeah, I feel like that's a part of your mission here, is to hold space for the feminine. You're a great healer, and there a lot of people are going to feel gravitated towards you, towards your light and your love, to be healed.
Well, when I asked that woman, I said, "Are you a hugger?" And she said yes, and I hugged her, and I have to hug in a very
Oh,
specific way. One was right behind her heart, the other one is in her low back, in her spine. I hugged her very firmly, and within 5 seconds, she just completely relaxed into me, and she's like, "Oh, I needed that."
yeah.
And we
Yeah.
held on for about 30 seconds, but that's exactly it, holding the space, giving the proper divine masculine frequency so she can undig herself from the failed
Yeah.
divine or masculine frequency and move forward.
Yeah. Absolutely. She needed to feel safe. See, that's the thing with the divine feminine. When they need healing, they just want, it's love. They want to feel love, but they want to feel safe in somebody's arms. They want to feel safe. Even when you're with a divine masculine, when women come home after a long day of work or whatever they're doing, cooking, whatever it is, right? They need to just feel safe with a man. They just want to feel safe and stable. That's really all we want. I mean, seriously, you
So,
know,
well,
stability,
the
safety, loyalty,
feminine
you know?
is nature and surrendered and feeling emotions and all these
Yeah.
things. She could be a storm, but she also has to have the masculine rock. So the masculine rock says,
Yeah.
"Are you done yet?
Yeah.
I want to listen, but I can't do that if
Are
you're
you done
crying."
yet?
Or, well,
Yeah.
it's like, move through the energy and I'll support you in doing it, but don't project it on me, or else nobody wins.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. You're teaching them at the same time as well. Yeah. That's why we
absolutely.
need to be in relationships where it's in soul alignment with who we are. Like, you're a divine masculine and I'm a divine feminine. Like, you both have done your healing. So when you
Mhm.
come together, you're a power couple. You can empower one another. We don't need to be in relationships anymore where we're always healing the other person, or we're always like only focused on that other person, and then you're kind of like losing yourself because you're not working on what you need to do for yourself. You're focused so much on that other person.
Mhm.
That's an unhealthy dynamic. Both people need to be coming from a healed place within in order to be in alignment with each other.
Absolutely.
Now, if somebody
And
needs
then
healing and you do that for a living, it's all good. You can heal, and you're a healer. That's what you do. But when it comes to your soulmate, your twin flame, even your job, your business, they really need to be in alignment. You need to be in alignment with it, you know?
absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's what happens when we meet our divine beloved. We'll perfect each other in a perfect way, but you had to have your cup full. They had to have their cup full. It was never about filling your cup from somebody else or
Yes.
codependence or anything. But in that place, I don't know. When I meet my divine beloved, there'll be a kiss, and it's just like this. I can see it. It's just this huge light wave that comes off us because
Yeah.
there's power couples that are going to come in this world that have done all their work, and they will
Yeah.
shift the collective in magical ways just by loving each other.
Yep, absolutely. That's what we're all waiting for. We're like, we're ready. We're ready. Some of us are really ready. Some people I've talked to, clients, they've been single for a very long time, working
Mhm.
on themselves spiritually for years. I'm talking like 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. So the twin flame reunion is supposed to happen this year for many people. Okay.
Beautiful.
So these are people that have done the spiritual work on themselves. If you ain't doing a spiritual work on yourself, and you're still in karmic situations or you're with karmic partners, that's not going to happen for you. It has to be, you got to show God you're for real about things. You know, you got to do the healing and the work and show that you're ready. And when you show that you're ready and you really learned the lessons and you've worked on yourself, this is when things happen for you because you've done the work. Just like we go to a physical job and we put in work to make money, it's the same way when you do spiritual work. You got to put in the spiritual work in order to manifest what you want.
And people have to realize if that person came in too soon, they would burn you to the ground and you would hate them and it would fall
Yeah.
apart. So there's a very specific window of your work and their work where you're going to come together, and you can't choose. You don't get to choose
No.
when.
No.
So it's beautiful.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to end
Well,
it there, love. I'm going to jump off because I'm going to go eat some food. I'm a little hungry and get my energy grounded. I have a reading with a client at 6 p.m. So I'm going to do that in like an hour and a half. But this
cool.
was so fun. I love it. We
It
got to
is.
go live again.
Anytime. If people want specific topics or anything, just send me a message and we'll see. We're only bringing up what's showing up in the field right now, but we can
Oh,
talk on
I know
anything,
what I
I
want
think.
to do.
Sure.
I'm going to put in the comments below my website if people
Please.
would like to book a session with me, okay?
Please. Yeah. Well, speak on that right now before you leave. What
I
else
will.
can they do and how did they reach you?
Okay, let me put it in the comments and then I'll
Sure.
say it.
Okay.
So you'll see
And
it.
go on and watch
Oh, there's
Ashley's
people
live.
on
She's talking
here. I
about
can
the.
see them now.
Can
Okay, I
you?
didn't see it
Okay.
before. Eric
Okay.
Johnson, Andrea, Joshua Earl. That's my stepbrother, by the way. He lives in San Diego.
Well.
Hi, you guys. I don't know who's on. It says only one, but maybe they were on
Yep.
earlier.
I agree.
Can you see
Okay.
on your
There I
side who's
see.
on the video?
No, I just see one as well, and every once in a while, it's told me that you're watching like 4 times, and then Andrea. So weird. So
Okay.
you're most certainly
Anyways, I'll
watching
put
because you're
it
part
out
of
there
it.
right now, and then we'll do another live together, Paul. This was really fun. I enjoyed it.
Anytime.
All right. So whoever's watching, I know we had a few people, which is great. If you guys are interested in doing a personal reading with me, I offer past life readings. I do money, career, finances, and I also help assist you into coming into your higher purpose and your soul's calling in this lifetime. So I channel the archangels and my spirit guides, and you can book a session with me at www.thespiritualalchemist777.com. Okay.
Okay. So
You can also
that's in
email
the.
me at, yeah, I have my business email. You can email me as well if you like at starlightpriestess@yahoo.com.
Okay. You
Okay.
can put that in the comments as well and add anything. And if
Yeah.
anybody's got any questions, they can DM us or put them in the comments. But ultimately, no, the energies are freaking intense right now. You're not dying. Everybody's having to go through this right now. Just breathe, ground, do a salt bath, showers, etc.
I love it. I love it. Yeah,
Okay.
and we'll be going live more often, you guys, as well. So if you enjoyed this live, drop a comment, share this video out to your family, your friends, your loved ones, anyone that needs to hear the messages or whatever we're speaking on. If it resonates, let us know in the comments. And also like this video, or you can love it and heart it, which I always do with everybody's because I'm a lover. I never like videos. I always love it. I feel like it's like just better, right? To show love. So let's show each other love. You know, we're all light workers here on planet Earth. We're here. We have a message for the collective, and we just want to share our message and you know, just let you guys know that you're not alone. A lot of people feel very alone at this time, and you're never alone. God, your angels, your spirit guides are always with you, guiding you every step of the way. And if you need a personal reading, please feel free to reach out to me. If you need someone to talk to, always you can reach out to Paul. We're here for you guys. And yeah, we're going to do more live videos in the future. So I'm super excited.
Cool. And the co-creative energies just doubles it, because you get excited, I get excited, and we're just like trying to get all the words out quick enough sometimes. And that's an activation and a huge benefit in the world. So
awesome. So this is going to be an amazing month, you guys. Hang in there. Like Paul said, you're not dying. These are ascension symptoms that we're all going through because we're being upgraded right now. And we just got to stay in a high vibrational frequency. Just ground your energy. Take salt baths, sage and clear your home, your space. It'll make you feel more comfortable. It's going to release old energies. And just stay uplifted and know that everything is working out for you and your highest good.
right now,
okay.
I'll add burn a candle in the house, or if energies are strong or heavy, just burn a candle and it on top of the saging or Palo Santo or
I'm
incense
gonna go buy
that
some
you use.
sage today.
Please do. It's important
Awesome.
because the only person that can hold space or clean our space is ourselves. Make sure when you do sage, just crack the window, because that lets the old energy out.
Yes.
But sage, sweetgrass, Palo Santo, anything you can find at a spiritual
and above
store.
all, prayer and meditation, you guys. Saging is key, but if you don't pray and meditate, I mean, you got to pray and meditate. You got to ask the universe for what you want, put it out there into the universe, speak it into existence. It's all about your words. Oh, that's the other thing I want to say. Use your words wisely at this time, because we're in some retrograde energies. And there's a lot coming up around communication with the 3-3 portal. And they're saying to watch how you communicate with others and listen to how other people are communicating with you. We learn from one another, but if someone is being disrespectful when they're speaking to you, make sure you're addressing these issues and you're setting healthy boundaries, because communication is key. And I'm going to tell you this, communication is one of the most important things in a relationship. It really is. If you don't know how to communicate with your partner, the relationship will not work.
And also, I'll add to that directness. Like, don't beat around the bush. Be indirect. Say what you don't mean because you want to protect them or whatever. Just say, "You're pissing me off. You just yelled at me," or whatever. Instead of like, "I don't like how you're talking to me," or whatever. Very different energies, right? So
yes, speak your mind. You don't, and you know what? And it's you want to say what you want to say. You can say it in a nice, healthy expression. Absolutely. You know, we don't need to argue. We don't got time for drama. We're all on our spiritual journey, working on ourselves. Just recognize how you're communicating with people, how you're showing up energetically, because energetically we're affecting each other. Whether you're in a bad mood, you're happy, you're sad, whatever is going on, make sure you're transmuting these lower level emotions and thoughts and feelings. And you're emanating love everywhere you go the best way you can. It's not like we're always going to feel this way, but as you continuously and consistently work on yourself internally, it's going to show on the outside, and you affect everybody around you in your environment. So we have to speak to each other with respect and honor each other's spirit, because we're all here to learn from each other.
Absolutely. Moving some energy. Thank you.
Oh, maybe
okay, so we're gonna.
Something. That's like a release. When I said that, you released energy.
Yeah, huge.
That was crazy.
I had to.
Congratulations. That's what I do. Just kidding.
Perfect. So we're gonna close it here, and we thank everybody for listening, and we'll try and let you know when we're gonna have the next one, so you get a chance. But you can always watch the replay. So.
Sounds great. I'm sending you guys so much love and light. Enjoy your day, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.